Hello, Bobby, aka Anarchin Media here, and in this video, I would like to talk about why I think social media is utterly useless and online debates in general are utterly useless these days, aside from the fact that we are living in a post-truth era, and aside from the fact that I don't necessarily believe that capital T truth was ever a thing to begin with. I don't believe that that like objectivity and neutrality in politics has ever really existed to begin with. But aside from that, even if I did believe that those were things, I would still pretty much have the take I have that social media nowadays it should more appropriately be called anti-social media, as a magazine I once read at the dentist's office said, and at the time I thought, well, at the time I was still a liberal, and I thought, that's kind of an extreme claim, but nowadays, like, I totally get what that magazine article was driving at, especially with all the information that's come out about all the disinformation and misinformation that social media allows to go viral. All the right-wing conspiracy theories they allow to go viral, many of which allowed for the ascendancy of Donald Trump and MAGA in the first place. Also, like it's so weird, isn't it, that these Silicon Valley twerps who have never had a girlfriend they didn't pay for in their lives are trusted to be in charge of human companionship, human friendship. And, like, the suicide rates of teenage girls on social media is just insane. And suicide rate of people on social media in general is insane. And a lot of that has very much to do with the unrealistic expectations social media highlight reels tend to create for how prosperous family life is supposed to be, and how everybody looks so fucking happy and perfect, and that's not real life. That's just a bullshit highlight reel of some rich, privileged white family. But, like, some poor chick or some poor trans person who is super depressed and suicidal already doesn't know that. Some other person who is depressed and suicidal has no way of knowing that. And, like, it's so irresponsible, and also the lack of transparency of these tech bros is beyond the pale. It is so irresponsible. It is so utterly contemptuous of the common man, and like even and like even one of the uh, even Sean Parker Jr., one of the dudes who co-created Facebook, like he sort of became, even though he was a capitalist, and part of the whole disruption economy in the 2000s and 2010s, he actually admitted that that Facebook was made by them to exploit us, to steal our information, to manipulate us for capitalism. He admitted that, and incidentally, not long after he admitted that, he was villainized in a film where he was portrayed by Justin Timberlake, made by the same dude who directed The West Wing, the libshit show ever. So yeah, Bobby, aka Anarcha Media, liberty, equality, fraternity, goodbye.